Well, I screwed up my little introduction thing to my stream. Feels bad, man. I can't believe I managed to mess that up. So, hold on. Let me get this fully ready. We've been going for about 30 seconds now. And here we go. Let me just check a few things real quick and then we'll get started with today's objective on the stream, which is to get to 7,000 miles on my Stingray. And I finally have super chats enabled on my streams. Thank goodness. Finally. I want to check this real quick to see if this has actually been fixed. I don't think it has been. Okay, what to do? I don't know. First off, I should probably go and upgrade a car real quick. So, yeah. Let me get my controller, actually. Fast travel over to the drag tuner real quick. Should have probably done this off camera. But I was already like 1 minute away from starting the stream. Is everything running as it should be? Yeah, everything should be running. Someone actually subscribed to me. Recently. Like 2 minutes ago. So yeah. Yeah, it really does seem like since I've been AMIA for like the past week in terms of streaming, nobody really wants to watch my streams anymore. So thanks guys, basically. No, just kidding. Some of y'all are probably busy. Away on vacation or something. Or don't sit on YouTube pretty much 24/7 just like I do. I'm probably not gonna be streaming tomorrow. I'm not gonna make any promises as to if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. But yeah. That'll be questionable. Hello. What do you mean, god damn it? What do you... God damn it, what? What the hell what? Bruh. Bruh. My only viewer just basically left me. Feels bad, man. Oh well. Now. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Probably one of your family members called you over and be like, bruh, do something for us real quick. Bit of dust on my home button for my phone, but I don't want to touch it because then that'll exit out of the application. So, what are we going to do today? I'm considering doing a 1-hour faction mission. Just to get me so that I can get the rest of the miles done. So, longest course. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's go longest course. Finish in the top 3. Make sure everything is turned off that would cause me lag. And that everything is. Hold up, I forgot to advertise my thing. Hold up. Copy link address. Here we go. It's all good now. I completely forgot to advertise that on my Twitch Discord thing. There we go, should be good now. I know professional streamer. I was kind of in a rush to start the stream. And it didn't really give you guys too big of a buffer to get ready for the stream. I only give you guys like a 10-minute warning. I should have probably started at like 2 o'clock the stream instead, but too late now. I've started already. Okay, I guess that works. Okay, good. My cat's sat down somewhere. You want to come over here, Morzia? Hold up, BRB. 2,000 years later, still not back, and I'm an old man and dead, probably. I'm pretty sure in the year 4017, all humanity would probably already be gone. I don't know for a fact, though. I'm not a scientist, and I don't really care about that kind of stuff. I don't really care about how the future will end up for me. All I care about is living right now. I guess planning accordingly for the future is appropriate, but then there's a chance you could screw something up if you plan for something in the future. I'm seriously behind on all of my videos. I seriously gotta catch up on some of my videos. I have a scripted video for the Crew 2 wishlist series that I've yet to finish, and well, it's finished. The script is done. I just need to narrate it, get some gameplay footage, and then just upload it, which I've not even gotten past narrating and recording gameplay for that. Oh crap. I can't tell if that bird sound that I'm hearing is outside or part of the game. Okay, it's outside. I had to listen for a minute to see if I'm going crazy or not. I'm not going crazy. It's a bird. It's a crow outside. Oh crap, wall tap. Man, I seriously just want the Crew 2 to come out already. I know it's only been a month since the announcement at E3, but I seriously just want it to come out already. I'm tired of waiting for it already. It feels like I've been waiting for the game to come out for years already. Probably has been years. They've probably been developing the game for years now already. Technically speaking, we have actually been waiting for this game for years now, but we've been just playing this game while they're working on it. As a secret side project, I guess. Okay, now we're turning right. And your wind puddle is still not back. I understand he's busy, but at the same time, you know, I was expecting him to be back early. I was expecting him to be back at this point. Oh. What did I hit? I think I hit someone's, like, grocery bag or something. Damn palm tree. Traffic. I completely forgot that was a corner. Should probably be paying attention to my GPS. And then there's this part of the track where... Hold on, can I just do this? Go around and kind of just like tap the checkpoint? Nope. That doesn't work. I guess that kind of worked. But why is it on there? Why did they put it down there? In the stupid route. Yeah, it's nothing but silence because there's nobody to talk to in my chat, unfortunately. Not even Mr. Krabs, who's probably my most loyal viewer of my entire channel. I'm already a minute ahead of the AI. Holy crap. How did that happen? How on earth did that happen? That looks so weird. When the wheel's like sticking out that far from the fender. When it really shouldn't be. Holy crap, that was lucky. Hey! Traffic! God damn it. I just saw that traffic coming at the last second and I'm like, well, I'm screwed, but somehow, someway I managed to avoid it. At like the last minute. The last second, actually. Do a little bit of cockpit view. Just for funs. Oh, do we even have viewers? Probably only have one. Oh, crap. Wait. What the hell? The hell? That's weird. 1 second. I need to see this. What the heck? That's so weird. There we go. Problem solved. I needed to pause it for a minute. Because weird things started happening. Apparently I have my stream manager thing open up in the new tab and yeah. Well, I had my stream manager hidden behind another tab, so when I opened it back up, it started glitching out. And it was very weird. But now problem solved. So I just gotta keep it minimized in the background. I seriously need to get a secondary monitor and not use my phone as looking at my chat thing. Somehow I managed to make it through that corner perfectly fine. Wait, can I just do this? Oh no, I can't. Now I can't. Now I can't because there's a stupid guardrail over there. The longest course is a weird route. It just takes you through weird parts of the map. When's the next checkpoint? 3 miles. Oh great, it's raining now. Hello viewer. What am I playing on? I'm playing on PC. Oh crap. That was a lag spike. I'm not really gonna be playing with other players right now. If I don't state that in my video thumbnail, then I won't be playing with other people. I just play solo most of the time. Unless I collaborate with someone else as well at the same time. What the hell is going on? Weird stuff's going on outside, and I don't know what it is. And it's not the game sounds that I'm going crazy over. I'm actually hearing stuff outside. Like I said, I'm playing on PC. I don't own any consoles. And the game's not cross-compatible. Crap. What the hell? Being home alone is weird sometimes. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Wait, I just seriously dropped below 30 frames per second? Yeah, I already told him, Arctic. And for once, my moderator is actually here, hanging out in my chat. Whoa. My only moderator. I seriously gotta get more moderators in the future. But I honestly don't know who to trust completely. I'll probably submit like a video saying that I need some moderators and giving things that I'm looking for moderators. And make it relatively complicated to actually become a moderator. Not like super complicated, like you have to like promise that you won't ban people randomly without reason from my chat. Or just cause a massive shitstorm in my chat, or whatever. Hello. Finally starting to get viewers. I should have probably given you guys a 30-minute warning, to be honest. A 10-minute warning just wasn't good enough, but I just kind of wanted to stream relatively consistently within the same time period as yesterday. To everyone watching as well, oh crap, I have super chats enabled as well. So I don't have to really use my donation link, but the donation link is there as a backup just in case Super Chats decides to die and not work properly. And I also messed around with my ads as well. I got rid of the long, the non-skippable ads for my videos, so now those are gone. I have the skippable ads now mostly, and just the ads playing on the sides of my videos, so no long ads anymore. It's part of an experiment to see if I actually do gain more money as a result from doing that. Because technically speaking, if you have long, the non-skippable ads playing on your videos, chances are people are just going to turn their ad blocker on as soon as they see that running and refresh the video and just watch it without ads. Chances are that's what's going to happen, but if they see if it's a skippable ad, then chances are they won't turn on their ad blocker. They'll turn on their ad blocker less often. Unless it's those guys that always run ad blocker and just don't understand exactly what ad blocker really does. That's the thing. Ad blocker is there, but some people just kind of don't really 100% understand what it does. They just think it hides advertisements, but lets them play in the background. But no, ad blocker just completely turns off advertisements and just doesn't let them run, no matter what. It's also getting relatively hot, but I don't really want to, like, pause. Hello. Yeah, I should have probably started 30 minutes later for the stream. Honestly, should have. Yeah, it's probably what the schedule will be like for the future. Between 1:30 and 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when I will start the streams. And you'll have a 30-minute warning. Yeah, ad blocker blocks all of the ads. Well, actually, by default, it actually blocks all of the malicious ads, and it does allow some ads to run. But you can go in your ad blocker settings and program it so that it blocks all ads, no matter if they're good or bad. To be completely honest, I just can't wait until Chrome actually has a built-in ad blocker, which they confirmed a while back. But it's only going to be until like next year when they'll actually implement it into Chrome, which means it's not really an ad blocker; it's more of an ad filter. It'll screen out all of the bad advertisements, and yeah. Yeah, chances are we will get more gameplay and info on Gamescom. They definitely will do that at Gamescom, and they'll probably even announce the beta stage of the Crew 2 coming out. I can assure you that. As far as Arctic Games has been telling me, and like everybody else on his streams, whenever they ask that question. But mainly it was just me that was asking that question. Beta will most likely, again, beta will probably be announced at Gamescom. I mean, I understand they don't want to rush it, but at least they could have just... here's the thing. I'm pretty sure they don't have an ETA right now as to when the beta will come out, because they don't want to make promises and then at the last minute have to pull out of the beta thing and piss off a lot of people. And also, they don't want to deliver a product that's got problems with it during the beta. They want it as good as possible. And then allow the players to find all the just minor bugs in the game that are not too game-breaking, but can actually cause problems. But yeah, I just hope that the Crew 2 beta will be sometime around September. Hopefully, not like during August. Because August 22nd, I believe, is when Gamescom starts. And they'll probably announce it and say the beta is in September. Just watch, they'll probably snipe that perfectly, and they'll say sometime in September. I'm not gonna say an exact date for September, but I'm shooting for September. That's what I'm thinking. If I remember correctly as well, was the first, I believe one of the betas for the cruise was around November, somewhere around there. But maybe that was the Wild Run beta. Thank God I noticed that I had to turn off here. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember one of the betas was actually sometime around November, like on the 17th. In 2016? No, not even 2016, like 2012 probably. Before the game even released. But regardless, I just don't want them, I don't want to rush them with the beta, but I just would also like them to have a reasonable time for them to release the beta. I want them to have a good product, but at the same time also allow us to test the product. So... And of course, the reason why the beta is there is just to test the product. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect when the beta rolls out, but it has to at least work for us to be able to test it properly. Oh crap! I won't be able to get back through there. But mainly, I think all that they'll really use the beta for is to test out the servers, to see if the servers will be able to handle the amount of players that'll play the game when the game is fully released, and of course to also test the game engine to see how many bugs they missed Because testing it in the studio doesn't show every single bug that the game has. Testing it as an official download release and so forth, that tests out everything. And if it works perfectly fine on pretty much everyone's computer, then it's a good game. 2012? I don't know, wait. There was a beta in November 2014, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I don't know why I was thinking 2012, to be completely honest. I completely forgot that the game is like only 2 years old. I seriously completely forgot that the game is only 2 years old and not 4 years old. Wait, 4? That's not even 4 years old. Would that be 4 years old? Yeah, 4 years old. At 2012, though, the game would be 4 years old. My Stingray is so beat up. I just can't wait to like fully experience the game when it actually comes out. I mean, like everyone is very, very much like this. They just can't wait for the game to come out because it's too far away. To be honest, the release date. I mean, it's probably gonna be around January, but that's still a really long time to wait for the game to actually officially come out. And I'm pretty much very, very excited to I'm very much excited to actually drive like cars like the Aston Martin Vulcan coming in, the new Camaro, the 911 GT3, because we haven't really had Porsches. Game came out in December 2014. Yeah, indeed, I remember that for a fact. They actually delayed the release of the game because they were going to add the faction mission system to the game. Which, I guess that was a good idea for them to actually delay it a little bit, but at the same time they could have added it in as an extra update later. I don't know what kind of customization the boats and planes will have. We don't know for a fact. But I'm pretty sure it's just basically visuals. We'll probably only be able to do like colors and stickers on the boats. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. I don't know for a fact, though. We'll have to wait and see. I do know for a fact that the cars are going to most likely going to be fully customizable as they are in this version of the game. Yeah, anything other than stickers and paint colors. I'm mostly excited for the Crew 2 being just such a much more open game compared to this game. I mean, they opened up the parking garages as well. You can drive around in the parking garages for the Crew 2. That's amazing. Goes to show that it's not the original map, and there's even a video out there where somebody actually compares the Crew 2's map to the current version of the Crew, and there's multiple parts of the maps that are not even the same. The general layout of the map is the same, but all of the props and so forth have just been completely reworked to be just different on a massive scale. I mean, yeah, they're recycling some assets like the light poles and stuff, but those are I'm perfectly fine with that if they reuse those. I'm perfectly fine if they reuse some assets, but not all of them. The car assets, I'm perfectly fine if... the vehicle assets, I'm perfectly fine if they reuse them because, well, they built them already and they have them pre-made, so they have the right to reuse them. Since it's their models. Traffic cars, I think they can reuse the traffic cars as well. That's totally fine. I mean, some people would probably be annoyed with that as well, but I don't mind. As long as the traffic cars are there. As long as they also add a couple of other brand new traffic cars as well. I would also like to actually see them bring back one traffic car that they actually removed during the Wild Run update. It's not available in free roam anymore, but it's that weird DeLorean hybrid Porsche 944 traffic car that they made. I would like to see them bring that back because that thing was cool driving around. Seeing that thing driving around and pop up, it's cool. At least make it like a relatively rare car to spawn in the game. But as of now, that DeLorean Porsche 944 traffic car hybrid thing is only available in certain cutscenes. It's not actually available in free roam anymore. You cannot see it. Yeah, that's a big step up. They're adding more crew, vehicles to the crew. I'm hoping that they'll at least have 200 vehicles. That would be a great step up, not including the planes and the boats, just cars and motorcycles. I would like to see at least 200 of them added into the game. That would be a massive step up compared to this version. It'll be more than 2 times that of what the crew actually has right now. And they'll definitely be able to get customization. That's for sure, they'll be able to get customization. But, what else would I say this? There's also going to be the problem that some manufacturers might still not want visual customization on their cars, like Maserati. Maserati is extremely strict in terms of just visual customization parts on their cars. That's why the MC12 Perf Spec has basically no visual body parts and so forth, no bumpers, side skirts, wings, whatsoever. It's just bone stock. Not even the option to change the color on the MC12. But yeah, and then there's a circuit spec variant, which obviously everything's going to get locked onto it, but it's even more restricted in terms of what you can do with it in the circuit spec version. I mean, I have nothing against Maserati not wanting visual customization parts on them, but at the same time, why do they really care? It's just a game. I can guarantee you that there are people that do way worse modifications to their cars in real life than in this game. Is it possible to have fighter jets? I don't know. I wouldn't know what kind of licenses they have access to right now. I do know that we have the Mustang planes, whatever they were called. I don't remember the exact names, but we have those Mustang planes in the game, which are the old World War I planes, as far as I remember. Or pre-World War I, I don't know. I don't know anything about planes, as you can obviously tell. I'm not a planes person, really. I mean, I can respect a cool-looking plane, but at the same time, I'm just not into that stuff, really. Same thing with bikes with me as well. Not a fan of bikes, but if I see something that looks pretty cool to me, then I can respect it. We also have that other little small stun plane that they've got as well. They have a couple of planes in the game. I think they're probably only gonna have like 3 planes. That Mustang plane, that little crop duster thing that they've got. Glorified crop duster thing, I guess you could say. Oh no, don't even think about that. Don't even think about the boats and cars turning into planes. It's not Transformers. That would be awful. There was actually a guy that did that as a clickbait on this thumbnail for the Crew 2. He just got a Koenigsegg and put like wings on it. It's like flying cars. And I just saw the thumbnail. I'm like, really, dude? They already have what in the Crew 1? Oh, jeez. They have what in the Crew 1? I don't know what you're on about. I do know the fact that they have that DCB M whatever it was, that boat that we have in the Crew 2 now as a prop. I can show you guys where that boat is. I can even, after I'm done like getting to the milestone marker for my car, I can show you guys that boat. And then I'll end the stream off. You can actually find it, like I said, you can find it in the game, but it's a very, very low quality version of that same boat that we have in the Crew 2 now. God damn it, stop bouncing off walls. I mean, that's kind of what I was expecting when, to be honest, I was actually expecting, like, cars with, like, plane spec and boat spec or whatever, because they were, like, saying be on the road, and I'm like, what could that mean? Are we getting, like, an update to the Crew 2 that'll make cars transform into planes and boats and stuff? Oh, goodness. What if they brought in that Lamborghini Aventador looking boat thing into the game? That is actually a thing. There is a boat that has been modeled to look like the Aventador 50th Anniversary Edition. I don't know what it is. I think it's a powerboat, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, if they actually brought that in, that'd be kind of hilarious. To see, like, you get the Aventador and then it has a boat spec and that's what it looks like. Oh, goodness. No, I better not be giving ideas to developers. Ideas like that would just kind of be so dumb implemented into the game. I believe it was in Miami somewhere. No, not even in Miami. It was in some boat harbor. I'll show you guys. I'll show you where that boat is. It almost seems like they added in that boat and a couple of the plane models that they have for the Crew 2, kind of just as like an Easter egg or something. Just to say, hey, this is what we have planned for the future. Just kind of secretly. Come on, stay under control, Bessie. How many more miles until the checkpoint after this one? Well, after I go past it. 7 miles. Well, I actually get to 7,000 miles on my Stingray, just from this one faction mission. I can't really look at your link, Arctic, unfortunately. Here's the Aventador boat thing. Oh no! Oh, I know what it looks like, Arctic. You can yeah, you can post that link in the thing. Holy crap! Yeah, it looks funny, but at the same time, it doesn't look that bad actually. I was expecting it to look a lot worse than it actually did. They could have actually just simply modeled it off the Aventador J, and yeah. That's what I would like to see in the Crew as well. If they bring in the Crew 2 as well. Since chances are they have topless vehicles now in the game, chances are the Aventador J would make it come into the game, and that would look so cool. And not too many games actually have the Aventador J in them. I mean, there was only once that it actually made it into a Forza game, as far as I remember, and that was Forza Horizon. I'm pretty sure the first Horizon. Damn, that thing is huge. Yeah, it is huge, man. I would love to see the Aventador J come into the game. That'd be pretty cool. And like I said, considering it only really made it its way into very, very few games, I think it only like I said, it only went into Forza Horizon once. I don't know about a motorsports game. I don't remember. And I do remember it also was in Most Wanted 2012, and that's all I remember it being in, and that's it. Is there a mobile game it was in? I believe it was also in the mobile version of the Most Wanted 2012. Yeah, the Aventador J from Top Gear, that was pretty cool. How it was driven. I do remember the first time they mentioned it. And they were like talking about the Ariel Atlanta 500, and then Jeremy was like, I found a much faster topless vehicle. Roofless vehicle, and then he brought up the Aventador J, and it's like 230 miles an hour or something like that, 218. And he was like talking about what your face would look like if you drove that thing without a helmet on. Yeah, Most Wanted That's most one. I wouldn't call that a reboot. Okay, for the record, Mr. Krabs, that's not a reboot. The Most Wanted 2012 is Burnout with a Need for Speed title. That's all it really is. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, it's not what everyone was really asking for. But yeah, it was in Most Wanted 2012. And again, don't really call it a reboot, because if you actually say that to the purists that love the original Most Wanted game, they'd probably want to stab you if you said that. Called it a reboot. Because it's not really a reboot, it's not even close. I mean, it was going to be a lot better, that's for sure. But in the end, it just didn't happen. A lot of features were just cut out of the game at the last minute. It just would have made it a lot more fun. Yeah, I know you meant the boat. Wait, what? Oh, the boat from Top Gear? Oh yeah, they talked about the boat from Top Gear. As far as I remember. That's pretty funny. It's funny that they brought it up. They've done a lot of weird stuff in Top Gear, but unfortunately Top Gear's dead now because of Jeremy Clarkson's thing. And I know a lot of people are like discussing about that as well when Jeremy Clarkson punched that guy in the face. It's like, oh, he apologized. Well, to be honest, when you punch someone in the face already, apologizing isn't really going to change anything. You've already done enough damage at that point if you punch him in the face. So yeah, he was eventually going to be screwed. And now moving on from there, what else were we talking about? The other thing I actually kind of hope that they'll do for the crew too, as well as they'll take some of the cars that they currently have in this game and upgrade them to like newer models. Like it seems kind of obvious, but at the same time not really, because the Camaro ZL1 2011 could actually 2017 could actually just be a standalone vehicle and not replacing the 2010 version of the Camaro. That 2010 version of the Camaro could actually still be staying in the game. Because, well, it's been there from the start, and some people probably like that car a lot, and they would hate to see that thing just completely get eliminated from the game. People, get out of my way. It'll be interesting to see what other kind of boats they'll have in the game as well, other than that little swamp boat and the power boat. You're back after 10 years. Doesn't feel like it's been 10 years. It's felt more like 2,000 years, Kappa. Yeah, 10 years later, I'd probably have a much deeper voice than this. Well, not deeper, just scratchier, because that comes with age. Let me guess, one of your family members told you to, like, come over and do something for them. Colored plane smoke? How about no? I don't want another kind of burnout. They did that with Most Wanted in 2012 for the record, with the drift tires. They had the option for you to like change the color of your tire smoke when you go through a repair shop. I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, okay, it was cool the first time. Let me rephrase. It was cool the first time, but after a while, it just kind of became lame after just the first time. Why not tire smoke? Jeez. Okay, for the record, that would look extremely dumb in my opinion. I mean, it would be nice to have, but at the same time, nobody really does that except a few games. Most Wanted 2012 did that just for fun. And I believe they also had colored nitrous smoke as well with Most Wanted 2012 with the flying nitrous or something like that. The crew needs improvements in customization. I disagree. The customization is perfectly fine in my opinion. What I mean in terms of improvements. And keep in mind as well, if they do improvements with customization as well, most it would be a lot harder for them to actually get the visual parts approved with the manufacturers. Because remember, they have to approve every single sticker, they have to approve every single visual part like bumper, fender, whatever. They have to send that all to the manufacturer to get approved. And the more stuff they have to get approved, the longer it'll take for it to get approved. Colored smoke, I didn't see that. You'll have to show me, you'll have to send me a link or something later. You can join my Discord server if you want, and post the video at the points where you see the colored smoke thing, and then I'll have a look. Or you can just post it here, and then Arctic Games will post it in my Discord, because after I end the stream, that link's gonna be gone for good, and I won't be able to see it. If Arctic Games is still sitting here. I mean, the colored smoke from the planes would be perfectly fine. I would be fine with that, since the smoke is already obnoxious enough as it is. But colored tire smoke, that would just be weird, and at the same time, I think that would actually, most manufacturers would probably not approve that in the end. I don't know for a fact, though. Oh my goodness. I saw that rock and I thought maybe it won't affect me, and it did. Yeah, okay, in that sense, yes. A vinyl editor, I don't know about that, to be completely honest. It might happen, but at the same time, I think the developers just don't want to bother with a vinyl editor, because that would mean they'd have to, you know, look at the vinyl editor to see any kind of vulgar or extremely inappropriate designs that people have made. I mean, there would be a report button, but the fact that they'd have to moderate all that, I'm pretty sure they just don't want to bother with it. And also, considering that the vinyl editor as well would mean that the game would actually have to render your design on your car, and sometimes it might not actually work. It's the same exact problem that TU2 had. It had a vinyl editor, you could customize your car, and when you'd go into someone's session, it would actually render the design on your car. But sometimes there was a chance where it wouldn't render, or it would partially render, and it just, yeah. It's a pretty big mess getting that thing to work properly. But if they do get it to work perfect, then I guess it will be definitely a welcome feature in my mind. And also add in an option to share your designs on like a storefront or something like that, and have people yeah. I mean, wheel color customization would work, but at the same time, they have to get that approved with the manufacturer as well, which would be a pretty big pain in the butt for them. And of course, there'll be some manufacturers that'll be like, nope, we don't want this option, remove it. And then there'll be some manufacturers where it might actually be limited in terms of the color options you can have. I do use stickers from time to time just to kind of complement the design of a car. But I do agree, the sticker designs are not 100% perfect. They're kind of weird in some sense. But at the same time, that's kind of what they could really use at the time. That's all they could really have gotten approved by the manufacturers. I can assure you they probably have a lot more sticker designs that they've created over the years. And I'm pretty sure they just didn't bother adding them in because having to get them approved by every single manufacturer they have in the game, that would take way too long for that to happen. But now it does seem like they're actually going to be fixing the, improving the designs a lot. They'll have like Red Bull designs, which look absolutely amazing. From what I've seen in the trailers, it looks like they fixed the sticker mapping a lot, and they're probably chances are they're gonna have a lot better designs on the cars and bikes and stuff. Yeah, we'll see by time. I'm pretty sure they don't have a vinyl editor planned for the moment, but they might release it in a future update. Because obviously when the Crew first came out and then they released Wild Run, it seemed like they weren't actually planning on doing like a photo mode or whatever. But later on they actually added it in, and it turned out to be a really good system that they created. Much better than like most of the photo mode systems that other games have done. Like Most Wanted 2015 had a pretty nice photo mode as well, but at the same time it wasn't the Crews as well. Like you can freeze the game in real time with an always online game. That is really awesome. Yeah, but that was back in the day. Let's not forget when Need for Speed, EA had a really good relationship with a lot of manufacturers, so they could get that kind of stuff very easily. But with this, rim color system is going to be a lot more harder, since some manufacturers are more strict in terms of just what they want with their cars. Back in the day, they weren't as strict because they didn't really care, but now they are a lot more strict. Let's see, challenges, that's coming in the next day. Let me show you that boat that I was telling you guys about actually in Miami, if I can remember where it was at. Not here. I'm trying to remember the PvP mission where it was located at. I'm trying to find it for you guys real quick. What was that mission? Is it this thing? I do know that there was water, and it was somewhere in Miami. Oh, wait, no. Wait a minute. I know where it's at. It's right here. In Daytona. Yes, there it is. Found the area where it's at. I think. Can I get up here? There it is. Yep, there's the boat that I was telling you guys about. There it is. That's pretty much it. That's very much similar to the boat that we actually are going to have in the Crew 2 when it comes out. It's a very similar design. I actually thought it was a lot closer, but it's very similar from what I could see. There was another boat as well later. Yeah, there it is again right here. We got another similar boat as well. There was actually a boat that was like pretty much spot on with this exact design. But yeah, they have these boats hanging out here. Pretty similar design as well. Yeah, it definitely did complete the Crew for sure. But unfortunately, then they killed the game with the Calling All Units update. And unfortunately, this is not... That faction mission was not enough towards me getting the mileage that I needed, so we're doing another faction mission. Let's do Route 66. Yeah, Wild Run was a very complete system. But like I said, unfortunately, Calling All Units just basically killed the game entirely. I guess it was kind of like a final thing they decided to do for the game before they officially decided to call it quits on the game mostly. Or just focus on their latest projects. I mean, yeah, the crew was really just not as complete as it was. But let's be honest, the Crew is how would you say? The Crew is an always online game, which basically means your AI racing is not the #1 priority with the game. It's the #1 reason to play the game is to play with friends and real people, not with AIs. I mean, yeah, the Crew 2 does look like an amazing game as well. I mean, the fact that they added in small little details like being able to drive up to the grid to start the race, that's an amazing feature they added in. I've never really seen a game that actually does that. An arcade slash simulation game, for that matter, as well. I mean, how many games have you seen that do that? I haven't seen a game in a long time that does that, where you have to drive up to the grid to get started. To start the race, I mean. And then obviously they put a countdown timer in there for those noobs in the game that have absolutely no idea what they're doing. Or they just troll in the lobby. Yeah, they probably needed a bit more money with their projects as well. That's probably their last attempt at actually making some money off of the game before they basically call it quits on the series, on this version of the game. I mean, they specifically said that they will do some bug fixes and so forth to the game. They will maintain this game for another couple of years. But then I'm pretty sure they're just going to leave the servers running on their own after they do all that. Hopefully they'll fix like all the major bugs with this game, like the white screen bug that happens where you crash into fences and so forth. Hopefully they'll fix that bug. I actually recently found out exactly why that happens as well. It seems like when you're in free roam and you're around train tracks or whatever, that will happen to you. But if you're like in a free drive challenge and you're smashing objects, you won't actually get a white screen of death at all. Yeah, very low budget. In fact, by the way, Zoe, the voice actor for Zoe was actually the same person. The people, when Black Lotus went to the thing, whatchamacallit, how would I say this? When Black Lotus went over to the early access event for calling all units, he specifically asked the developers, what's up with Zoe and why does she sound different? And they said it's the same voice actor. Either that or they just said that to kind of just prevent people from like asking over and over again, just to give them some kind of an answer. Drift 2. But yeah, I don't know, honestly. It seems like the PC version only has that white screen bug, but if you hit enough fences, I'm pretty sure in any other console as well, then that white screen bug will happen. Yeah, that was the same person. And chances are, that is actually kind of realistic as well, because there are some voice actors that actually are able to keep their voice perfectly normal over the years, and then there's just some voice actors that just kind of lose their touch over the years. And they sound different. That just kind of happens. Maybe she had very, very late puberty, Kappa. The person that did the voice actor of Zoe had very late puberty effect. But somehow I doubt it. I'm just joking about that. She probably didn't go through puberty very late. But yeah, the fact that that happens with some voice actors, it does happen. It's rare, but it does happen. Some people just kind of lose their voice and it changes. Or his... Are you assuming gender? Zoe's a woman, not a man. You have offended the voice actor of Zoe. That you assumed her gender. And to be completely honest, the Zoe from Calling All Units does actually sound a lot younger than the Zoe from the Crew storyline. Very interesting. Somehow, somewhere, I also think as well that maybe the calling all units, like voice recordings and so forth, are just leftovers from when they first developed the game and recorded the sounds, and then in the end they just put them away, forgot about them, and then they remembered, hey, we can actually use these for this DLC pack and integrate them in. I don't know the voice actor's name, unfortunately. I don't remember the voice actor's name. I'm pretty sure if you look I'm pretty sure if you go on Google and look up the Crew Zoe voice actor on Google, then you might be able to find who that is. But there's actually 2 people that are on the list, so nobody really knows for sure who the voice actor actually is. No worries. I just found it slightly ironic that you called Zoe a he, even though it's obvious that it's a female name. And that just kind of, you just kind of had that assuming gender joke thing coming at you, if you say that. That's another thing as well. If like somebody like there was a text chat channel that I hanged out on as well, which on basically I kind of got. Let's just say there were some complications that happened with the voice chat, with the text, the Discord channel that I was hanging out in, and basically someone posted a picture of Howl, and well, there was a bit of his butt crack showing, and then some other person on the channel was like, Howl crack, and I was like, back away slowly, and then she just responded to me saying, you don't like butt crack? I'm like, well, I'm not gay. So, and then they just got all pissed off at me for saying that. Well, to be completely honest, if you ask someone if they like butt crack, then your chances are you're gonna get a gay joke thrown at you. Because, to be completely honest, nobody really asks those kind of questions. It's like, nobody really asks if you like butt crack or whatever. Nobody just asks those kind of questions directly to a normal human being. That's just weird, if you ask that kind of stuff. Or even just bring it up, in general, in a text chat. Oh, Alex Taylor cameo in the Crew 2. I can assure you, they will have a cameo of him in the Crew 2. I can assure you that. It'd be funny if they like incorporated him with the little thing where you like try and escape out of the United States, and then you just get respawned back in a phone call saying, "Don't try and pull an Alex Taylor. You know what? Everybody knows what happened to him." Chances are Alex Taylor will probably make a cameo appearance in the game, probably as in the Street Racer faction, I'm pretty sure. As that one guy from the crowd, just calling you out, saying that you suck or whatever. That'd be funny if he just appeared in the crowd and be like, "You suck!" Just a character model, even like, where would he even appear? Would he just appear in like, as a, how would I say this? It'd be interesting if he just appeared as a pedestrian in the game as well, seeing Alex Taylor just walking around the city as a pedestrian. Just going back to his normal lifestyle after being a street racer for so long and an undercover FBI agent. But I can assure you they will incorporate Alex Taylor into the game just as a meme. I don't think they'd completely forget about him entirely, because we've played as Alex Taylor for so long in the first version of the game, and they just wouldn't throw him away entirely. He would be incorporated into the Crew 2 somehow, some way. Maybe even Zoe as well. Maybe like everybody from the crew will be incorporated into the Crew 2 somehow as a meme. Dang it. But yeah, I can assure you, Alex Taylor and probably the rest of the crew from the crew will appear in a cameo in the crew too. It'll be interesting to see how they'll implement them though, in the different factions. Not in the different factions. But yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how they incorporate them into the game. There's actually somebody who actually asked that question at one of the PlayStation conferences, if Alex Taylor even exists in the crew too. What? I don't know. I'm in the middle of something. Don't make too much noise. It's not the same engine. The Crew 2 isn't running on the same engine. It's a brand new engine. The Crew's game engine would not be able to handle such a massive graphics update. I can assure you that. Oh no, a Roxanne or Alita. I don't know. I don't hit on virtual girls in video games. Now my friend Sonic Fan 1155, well, he does that. What is this CG? Hold on, let me mute my mic for a second. The perk system, I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't know. I'd like to see the awards come back though. Have like some award tracker as well. So like you track the award and it like appears in above your GPS things, and it every single 1% you complete the award, it'll pop up saying you've completed that 1%. Or they'll adjust it depending on how long it takes for you to complete the award as well. It'd be nice, like I said, the award tracker would just be a nice addition to the game, just so you could like track your awards to see how you're progressing, so you don't have to constantly go into the awards menu and just check it there that way. Okay, that would be that's very, very messed up, Mr. Krabs. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Okay, I'm back. What? What do you mean by collisions? Like going on a wall and getting bounced off of it from time to time when you do that? I mean, I would like to see them disable wall riding as an option, since wall riding is pretty overpowered when somebody uses it compared to somebody who doesn't use it. How to say this? Basically, if they didn't like make the walls as they are right now, where you can grind on them and just not lose any speed, that would be pretty overpowered. That was actually a major problem when the Crew first came out. You could just wall ride for days and not even lose any speed and just get a massive edge compared to everybody else. So the players told the developers about it, and then they fixed it. Except for on one vehicle though, the Silverado. The Silverado stayed as the wall riding king for such a long time, and then they finally patched it out. Yeah, the collisions are pretty bad. The physics engine in general for the Crew is pretty bad. It's not good, but it's not good and not bad, but it still needs improvement. I mean, like, every single game has, like, its weird quirks with its physics. I mean, even Forza Horizon 3 does have weird quirks with the physics engine. But yeah, there are times when Forza Horizon 3 just the Forza Horizon 3 physics engine will just freak out and just do weird things. Dang it. What? The funny thing is, as soon as you hit... I don't know that for a fact. I don't really experience that with the physics engine of the game. Yeah, and... okay, it's stuck in 6th gear. Come on, get in the 7th gear already. There we go. I don't really experience that kind of weird bug with the physics engine, where you crash into someone at high speeds and then you just go flying into the air. Actually, no, that does happen. Yeah, it does kind of happen. But it's not nearly as overly exaggerated as, say, Burnout physics. Like with Burnout physics, you could crash into someone and all of a sudden you're just flying around like you weigh your car weighs absolutely nothing. Well, for the record, if the game's physics engine didn't actually do that with aligning you in the air, then it would be very, very hard to actually maintain control of your car, and a lot of people would actually hate the way the physics engine felt. I mean, yeah, it's annoying, it's weird, it doesn't look realistic, but that's not the point of the game. This is an arcade game, mostly. So, yeah, the game's just meant to be easy to play, easy to pick up, easy to enjoy. I mean, it was a lot worse than it was back in the day with when the Crew first came out with the raid cars. The raid cars, like, you'd go into the air and the raid cars would automatically adjust themselves to the terrain below, so that when you landed on them, you just wouldn't lose control. But then they modified it, and the raid cars feel like absolute crap on bumps. They really just don't like bumps anymore. Oh crap! How did I make it through that without getting a crash camera? It doesn't happen with every single car. I mean, I'm pretty sure with the bikes it does happen. But I don't know for a fact. I don't really pay attention to that stuff, and I'm just used to the physics engine. For me, the physics engine feels perfectly fine. I mean, it's not 100% realistic, but let's be honest, the game's not meant to be simulation 100% realistic. If you want realism, well, you'd play a simulation game. And we all know how simulation games work with controllers. They just don't really work that well. Simulation games are mainly just designed for use with a wheel. Cars feel like bricks. Well, I guess it is a problem, but at the same time, if they didn't feel heavy when you drive them, they just... yeah, they'd be very difficult to control, and you just wouldn't have the whatchamacallit. They wouldn't just feel like you wouldn't feel like you're in control of the car if you're doing that. I did have to do a lot more work just to maintain control of the car. No to what? Are you saying no to Win Paulo's comment, or what? I mean, as far as people have said, the Crew 2's physics engine is a lot better compared to the Crew's. We don't know for a fact that we're gonna have to wait until, we don't know for a fact, but we're gonna have to wait and see how the physics engine actually feels compared to this game. Yeah, I'm not complaining either. The game's got problems, the Crew's got problems, but I just enjoy playing it as it is. If I didn't enjoy playing it, I would have just stopped playing it and just picked another game. I mean, yeah, it's flawed, it's got problems, but if you just play it casually and don't really mind the bugs too much. Что вы тут орёте? Whoa. Ow. Nice, the traffic car just did a backflip. If I didn't care about the Crew as much, if I really didn't care about the Crew as well, I wouldn't have put well over 2,050 hours into the game. I mean, I could have a lot more hours in the game, but honestly, there's not enough time in the world to actually play the game 24/7. Nice. You can do the crate missions as well and get the cars much faster, the vehicles much faster. That's another thing. Some players are actually asking for the police cars that we currently have in the Crew to make a return in the Crew 2. Well, I don't think that'll ever happen because the police car edition and the crate mission things was just mainly to test the game engine, I'm pretty sure. Just to see how it would react to an update like this. And it reacted relatively well, but it also had a massive issue upon launch. It delayed, the game release was like delayed for a good, I'd say, 12 hours. Yeah, the same thing. It's the same thing with Need for Speed Payback as well. They're like complaining about the physics, saying, "Oh, it's like 2015." Yet they haven't really even played it either. I mean, yeah, they have the right to say what they think, but at the same time, you have to play a game fully in order to fully understand how the game works and to see if you actually will like it and if the physics engine are good and everything. But unfortunately, some people are not like that. They just basically disagree and say, no, I don't have to play a game to understand if it's good or bad. Yeah, Wild Run was a great addition. Calling all units was just completely not necessary to add in. I mean, the additional cars that they added in were a nice addition, but considering that they're actually locked behind calling all units, that's what massively made them suck. I thought they would actually be available to pretty much everyone to buy without calling all units, but that wasn't the case. That just happened. They were part of calling all units permanently. I don't know what Ivory Tower was thinking about when they did that system with the DLC exclusive cars, but oh well. Yeah. You're definitely right about that, Arctic. As of recently, actually, I told you guys about these yesterday. I actually recently played as a cop, and there were like people, I busted this guy who was like less than a mile away from completing the crate mission, and then he got all salty in the chat. He was like, oh, people like you ruin the game. Oh, you suck at driving, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I understand he's annoyed, but at the same time, well, why get salty over it? It's just a game. Have fun. He could have easily avoided me going after him, and he was going for a good while, but at the end he just screwed up, and that was kind of his own fault. So yeah, I mean, definitely people want to see that system come back with the police thing, but at the same time, considering that so many people hate it and just get pissed off when getting destroyed. Okay. I don't know how long Observatory Dash is. Let's do one more. How would calling aliens become better? That is a good question. I don't think they can make it better without just basically copying from another game developer. I mean, they could have made it a lot better so that you had to stop the player to arrest them, but that would make it a lot more difficult for the cop to arrest them as a result. So what they could have done instead is had like spike strips so that you could damage them to the point that they had 0 health, and then you'd bust them, or you'd have to stop them entirely. That's how they could have made the damage system work with the game, where you had to basically total their car in order to stop them, or just somehow, someway make them stopped for like a good 5 seconds or so. That's what they should have done. Actually, adding weapons to the cars, they do have weapons. They have those power-up things in the weapons. Those are kind of weapons. The interesting thing is that the players actually complained about the most quote-unquote most overpowered power-up that was added in to the police side as well. I forgot what it was called. It's the one that makes your handling go all wonky, and they complained about saying it was too overpowered for the police. Well, you could counteract it pretty well, but at the same time, yeah. I don't know, many of the players just hated the calling all units update. They just hated it to no end. They got pissed off about it. They got all salty and so forth. I mean, the update would have been a lot better if they didn't actually add in the player drivable police cars. Just made it so that you'd be going up against the AI instead of just actual players. They did, yeah, indeed, you're definitely right about that one, Paulo. They added in this stuff and then they just didn't execute it properly into the game. which, like you said before, calling audience just felt like a really, really just half-assed job that they added into the game. Didn't properly test it, and just expected all players, to enjoy it properly, when in reality, they didn't really enjoy it. We do have turbo as well. Basically, it's unbalanced. Yeah, indeed, it's very, very unbalanced. We do kind of have a turbo system as well, by the way. It's not 100% a turbo system, but it's unlimited nitrous, which is very, very similar to a turbo system from Hot Pursuit. But if they added in a turbo system as well, that'd be basically copying and pasting from Rivals and Hot Pursuit. When the whole entire game mode in general was already basically kind of a Hot Pursuit slash Need for Speed Rivals copy and paste, mostly. They just tried to make it look like it's not a copy and paste of Rivals, but in the end it basically was. But yeah, like I said, the whole entire Calling Audience update was just mainly really just to test out to see how the game engine would react to all of these additions. And in the end, it just wasn't worth adding in, so their chances are they're not going to add it back in ever again. Especially into this, the Crew 2. I'm pretty sure, but to be completely honest, somehow, someway they probably will implement it in to the Crew 2 as one last DLC before the game's done. They'll probably follow a similar path as with the Crew. Just create some different DLC packs from the Crew. Not like a Wild Run update, since we already have kind of a Wild Run thing going on. Yeah, I do crate missions as well from time to time when I'm just really bored. And I just want to check to see if there are any actually hidden vehicles added into the game, which there are no... They haven't added any more vehicles into the game since they announced that they're gonna stop supporting the game for a little while and work on their newest project. Mort says, how about no? Maybe giving him a bath will actually make him think straight for once and not be weird. He is weird. Oh, lowrider expansion? How about no? But because here's the thing, if they added in a lowrider expansion, most of the manufacturers probably wouldn't like it. Because I'm